The Pirate King took hostages. She walked in alone and walked out with all. The pirate vessel Black Meridian drifted in a slow, deliberate arc across the equatorial shipping lanes above Mars. Its hull a patchwork of salvaged composite plates and military-grade radiators that glowed faintly against the black. It had seized a hydrogen tanker Sundiver 3 hours earlier, cutting into its docking spine with shaped plasma charges, and bending just enough propellant to prove a point. 112 crew members now floated under armed watch in the cargo ring, while their captor, known across the belt as the Pirate King, broadcast a simple demand: 10,000 metric tons of deuterium credits transferred anonymously within 12 hours, or the tanker's fusion reactors will be pushed beyond safe limits and left to bloom into a brief, hard sun. The threat was not melodrama. The Sundiver's twin tokamaks depended on continuous magnetic confinement. Disrupt the power routing, and the plasma would quench violently, dumping thermal shock through containment walls never meant to cool that fast. It would not be a nuclear explosion in the ancient sense, but the energy release would shred the ship and irradiate the shipping corridor for months. When the shuttle appeared on long-range LiDAR, it carried no escort transponder, no visible armament, and only a single life sign. The Pirate King allowed himself a smile and ordered it admitted to Dock 3. Commander Aria Cade stepped through the umbilical with the steady gait of someone who had trained in fractional gravity since childhood, her boots magnetizing softly against the deck. She wore no helmet. The pirates had equalized pressure. She carried a hard case and a wrist console. Nothing more. You're alone, the Pirate King observed from his throne-like acceleration couch, a coil gun resting across his knees, its capacitors humming faintly. His real name had been scrubbed from most registries, but his biometric profile was etched into every insurance database from Ceres to Phobos. I am, she replied, her voice even, and I'm not here to negotiate credits. The pirates laughed, but uneasily. They knew her insignia: Systems Integrity Division, Interplanetary Transport Authority. Engineers, not soldiers. She set the case on the deck and opened it, revealing a compact array of superconducting cables, a portable cryocooler, and a matte black wafer the size of a book. You bypass the tanker's supervisory control, she said, tapping her console to project a holographic schematic of the Sundiver's reactor loop. But you're still relying on its helium pumps to keep your prize stable. You can't threaten to overdrive the tokamaks without also keeping them alive long enough to collect payment. That means you're running the confinement coils at 87% tolerance. You've patched your own power bus into their grid. The Pirate King's smile thinned. We're aware of our margins. No, she said quietly. You aren't. She knelt and began connecting her cables to a maintenance port the pirates had overlooked, a diagnostic spine meant for dry dock calibration. The wafer slid into place with a soft click. That's a quantum key bridge, one of the pirates muttered, recognizing the hardware from smuggled manifests. Arya nodded once. The Sundiver's reactors use entangled key pairs for remote authentication with the authority's oversight servers. You sever the link when you cut comms, but entanglement doesn't care about distance. It cares about state. You change the state when you rerouted power. She initiated the handshake. In a facility buried beneath the regolith of Mars, a twin wafer registered the shift and completed the pair. The tanker's control firmware, believing it had re-established authenticated oversight, executed a fail-safe written after a near disaster in 2143. If unauthorized power coupling was detected in tandem with isolation from supervisory control, the system would divert all non-essential loads and lock magnetic confinement at minimum sustainable flux, preventing both overdrive and manual override. On the Black Meridian, lights flickered as the pirate's parasitic draw was cut. The coil gun's hum died mid-whine. In the cargo ring, the hostages felt the subtle change as gravity from the pirate ship's spin slackened by a fraction. What did you do? The Pirate King demanded, rising too quickly in a low G and catching himself on a handhold. A major threat physically impossible, Arya said. You can't push the reactors past design limits now. If you try to force them, the firmware will quench the plasma safely and lock you out. And because you splice your bus into theirs, the same lockout just cascaded through your grid. Your weapons are offline. Your drive capacitors are bleeding into resistive loads as we speak. As if on cue, a tremor passed through the deck. the sound of stored energy dissipating into heat sinks. The pirates reached for sidearms, but Aria's gaze did not waver. If I don't walk back to my shuttle in 3 minutes, the oversight servers will transmit your biometric signatures to every patrol from here to Deimos. Insurance actuaries love a clear liability chain. The Pirate King stared at the schematic still hovering between them, at the elegant trap sprung not by force but by physics and policy. Outside, the curve of Mars rotated silently, indifferent. He lowered the inert coil gun in the cargo ring. Hatches unlocked with a series of heavy clunks as the tanker systems resumed primary authority. One by one, the hostages drifted free. Aria closed her case. She walked back through the umbilical loan, and the rescue crew followed in a quiet procession of mad boots and shaken breaths. As the shuttle undocked and burned a precise, economical arc toward the shipping lane, the Pirate King watched his dominion shrink to a powerless hull. He had ruled by controlling energy, by threatening to turn fusion into a blade. He had forgotten that in a civilization built on reactors and code, the true sovereign was neither the gun nor the credit, but the invisible handshake between entangled states, a law more absolute than fear, and far less forgiving.